You should get a notification when it starts recording.
Okay. Go ahead and put it on the big screen.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if you can see this once it goes big.
Yep. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Guys, we want to welcome everyone to our presentation for barndoorhardware.com. My name is Matt Lignon. With me, I've got our teammates Paul Wiscombe, Austin Jensen, and JC Davis. We're super excited to go over just kind of the presentation we've put together and how we think we'll be able to help Barn Door Hardware help you guys build more brand awareness. Throughout this the presentation, we'll have a report given to you as well that goes over some of what we've gone through in this presentation in more depth, but that's going to include our real competitive analysis, our innovation ideas, our social media campaigns, and our key strategies. So with that in mind, I'll go ahead and pass it off to JC, and we'll take it from there.
Hey, so first we started off with our competitive analysis. We identified some of our competitors. We believe that since we're an online marketplace, we feel like our direct competitors are ones that are also selling online. So that would be Amazon, Home Depot, and Lowe's, and other similar ones. We feel like these companies have a similar attitude to ours and are often the first places people think when starting to do research for online hardware. Some indirect competitors, Walmart, IKEA, mom and pop shops. These companies aren't seen as that much of direct competitors since they have a much smaller selection of stuff and they don't have as much influence over the market. So for our real competitive analysis, we identified some risk factors. These are ones that our competitors are doing, but we aren't. And many of our competitors have several physical locations for customers to shop, as well as ship-to-store options. Barn Door Hardware, we don't have a traditional in-store shopping experience, so this could be considered a risk factor, perhaps. Some equal factors that our competitors and we do is stuff like quick shipping, affordable prices, online shopping, customer service. For attractive factors, these are ones that neither us or our competitors are doing. And one thing is offering subscriptions for products. This might not be something really to take advantage of based on what we sell, but it could be something to think about since none of our competitors are doing it. Our leadership factors are the ones that we have real competitive advantages over. We offer a newsletter that is specific to Barn Door tips, ideas, and special offers. And right now, our competitors aren't taking full advantage of this, so this is a really great advantage. The main ace up our sleeve is our high SEO ranking. Our competitors have high SEO rankings, but not specifically in our niche. So this is definitely a big advantage here. And all of our competitors have active social media accounts, but again, we had the special advantage of having a more narrow niche to focus solely on barn doors and barn door hardware. So that is our competitive analysis. I will pass it off to Austin to go to the next thing.
Hey guys, I'm Austin. So talking a little bit about our innovative ideas and the experience and markets in particular. So obviously we want to have a positive customer experience and a very positive brand customer relationship. So I think having our website there establishes that first off, and then kind of an innovation for the website we were thinking of doing would be a chat box on the website. So that's kind of where people can chat in questions, sort of like a frequently asked questions page, but it's a little more specific because it's responsive. So they would send a question in, and then you guys would respond on that with your company there, so they can kind of get real feedback and be able to kind of build trust out with our customers. And then one of the cool things we decided would be neat is like a VR display. So I know like Home Depot and a few other companies are doing this, but basically it's where you can like put a piece of furniture or a piece of doors or kind of whatever in your home, and kind of see it through your phone's camera. So like you can kind of see in your home what it looks like. I think that'd be nice because it allows you to really see what the barn door would look like in the home and make sure the style is going to match, because barn doors are are pretty pricey. People want to make sure that they have what they need, and if we can kind of give them a virtual tour of what the door is going to look like before it's installed, then that'll usually help them along the buyer's journey and be able to make that conversion into a sell. And then kind of blogging about the barn doors would also help generate awareness and also help keep the SEO ranking pretty high, so that you're able to still get that organic traffic there in your website there. And then with the markets, the people what would mostly be interested in barn doors would be like home builders, interior decorators, and then first-time home buyers. And so that's kind of the innovative ideas and the suggestions we thought of, and we'll pass it on over to Matt now.
Awesome. Thanks, Austin. So we'll quickly go over the social media campaign. This is going to be our biggest one that we really want to focus on. This is where we're not very active as of right now. We don't have a lot of followers, and we want to make sure that we're getting more followers and raising awareness to the brand Barn Door Hardware. So we want to make sure that we're really paying attention to Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram. Pinterest mainly because we're targeting women and stay-at-home moms, and they're spending a lot of their time on Pinterest looking at different home decorative ideas. And this is going to be a great place to raise awareness. Of course, Pinterest, so you can show photos of your house and be proud of what you have. And Facebook, just kind of the old natural kind of social media. Even though that's getting a little bit older, we still want to make sure that we're not leaving out our customer market that primarily uses Facebook. Want to make sure that we're staying active and posting weekly, make sure those posts are engaging. They give consumers and potential customers a reason to look through them and share them and be active in with those posts. That way we can raise awareness, heighten up engagement through Barn Door Hardware. So we'll go over some of the social media challenge that we came up with to kind of help raise that awareness. This is just something that's kind of meant to be fun, like the ASL challenge and the water bottle challenges. It's called the Florida Door Social Media Hat Challenge. What we'll do is you'll be laying on the floor, and the idea is to be able to throw your cowboy hat up, your baseball hat up, and hook it onto either the hook that's on the door or onto the door handle themselves. The simple fact that this is actually rather quite hard to do, I think, is going to be what we think is what's going to draw customers in to want to do this and have fun with it. We want to bring in a social media influencer such as Lil Nas X, who's the singer to Old Town Road, since that is the music video we'd want to use as the background. I'm just keeping that Western theme with barn doors. And so that's, we think that if we can bring kind of awareness to the social media challenge, we'll get a lot of people talking about it, having fun with it, and that's going to really heighten the brand awareness to Barn Door Hardware. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and go over the key strategies, and this will be kind of things that we want to do to really heighten awareness and engagement. So the first thing we're going to do is probably our biggest one. It's a home makeover sweepstakes. This is going to be probably what drives most of the awareness and engagement up. We want to give away a home makeover to one lucky family, and while their home is being remodeled, they'll be able to enjoy a 2-week paid all expense paid vacation to Disney World in Orlando, Florida. So we want to make sure that our customers are working on this a little bit, but not put in too much effort so that it's unmotivational to do. So what we're going to do is at first we want to make sure we're sharing a social media post about that to raise the awareness. And it'll direct customers to go to the actual website, barndoorhardware.com, which actually gets them on the website, kind of lets them get familiar with that website as well. They'll enter the sweepstakes on the homepage, create a short 3-minute video to go through their home, showing where that they want the barn door hardware or the barn doors to be at and kind of why they want that makeover. It's just to kind of pull on the emotional heartstrings of customers as well. And then, of course, we want to make sure that they're following Barn Door Hardware on Instagram, because that is where they're going to share their 3-minute video with the hashtags Barn Door Makeover and Barn Door Vacay to make sure that we're bringing awareness to the sweepstakes. And then we need to make sure the customer is sharing the sweepstakes post on social media and tagging 5 friends, which is going to also raise more awareness. And then, of course, subscribing to our monthly newsletter so that they're in the know-how with Barn Door. And then, as we mentioned, one lucky family is going to win that makeover and that vacation. So that's going to be the biggest one to draw awareness. Let's go ahead and talk about some other ideas how we can be involved, though. A big one here that's going to be close to us is teaming up with Team Trees, where we use material from trees to build our product. Want to make sure that we're not harming the environment, and I think this is one that's going to be really good to team up with. Team Trees is a nonprofit organization that plants trees back into the community all across the world, and so we're going to team up with them, where with every purchase of a barn door, that we will donate 25 trees to Team Trees, and the customer themselves will actually be able to pick where one of those trees is planted as well. So that way the customer has involvement, and gives them even more excitement to talk about they can plant a tree in a community or another state or even another region that's near and dear to them. But this will be a way to build community trust and give back to the environment that is helping us stay in business. So I think this is a really important one to go with. I'll go ahead and turn it over to Paul, who'll go over the last two key strategies as well as kind of a conclusion for you guys. Thanks so much.
Yeah, so our next key strategy is awareness. We found out that there are a lot of expos that go on around home improvement. In fact, there's a really big one that's happening here in a couple weeks in Salt Lake. It is the Salt Lake Home Expo from May 14th through the 16th, where vendors will often have booths. And so we want to be someone that has a booth there so we can create awareness. Some of the things we would give out here would be hats, t-shirts, wooden pencils, water bottles. But essentially the grand prize would be a raffle. And in this raffle, the winner would be able to win a free hardwood or barnwood door. So that's how we want to create awareness. Our next key strategy is all on action and conversion. And so for this, we thought we would choose 1 month in the year. So we were focusing this in May because spring is often when people are redoing their homes. But what we want to do is encourage people to buy the hardwood doors. So creating the action there. And then the reward is we would give them $250 cash towards some selected items that we have created. And these items would be things like a library ladder, light fixtures, open shelves, tables, and chairs. So we think that's a great way to encourage people to start buying the barnwood doors. And then just in closing, we really wanted to encourage viewers to sign up for the monthly newsletter. And the big thing is following us on social media, so Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook. But we're really excited to have presented this to you. And we thank you for your time.